previously.
Are you insane? I'm right here!
Yeah, you heard it just whip past you.
Stun him, keep him alive. We want to ask this guy questions.
After taking out the UPPA squad, the team is able to take a prisoner.
That's because you secretly don't want to kill him. Oh, that's so nice of you, Duncan.
And that's the last we ever saw.
Pieter informs them there's a secret base nearby.
Haven't been inside of the base for a while now.
And this
How long is a while?
3 days.
And the colonists might be there.
They told us to go to the colony and get the colonists, and we delivered them to the scientists.
They set out to find them.
There's no movement whatsoever. You don't see any people or traces of people. And in front of you is just
The big blast
4
door.
meter high blast door. In front of you, there's a big bundle of cables.
Is it normal that we haven't seen one?
This is going far too smoothly.
In the corner of your eye, you see something that looks like human-shaped.
Ominous.
Pulse rifle, that's a total of 4 damage.
She's gone. Isaac is gone. It slowly opens. On the other side is a big wide tunnel. So the tunnel is as wide as the gate. It's like 3.5 meters. It's 4 meters high. It's huge. You can drive a truck through there.
Secret tunnel.
You can see a little plaque on the inside, right next to the door, and it reads, "Founded by the Canadian Colonial Armed Forces 2132, Straightest Way Station." On the left and on the right, there are some doors, small, like just...
Who founded it? Sorry. The Canadian Colonial...
Yes, the Canadian Colonial Armed Forces.
CCAF.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a couple of small doors, left and right, evenly spaced along the wall. Most of them are closed, 2 of them are open. Behind one you can see supplies, just general food supplies, and on the other side you can see a metal fence with a small armory behind it. You're gonna need a trolley if you keep packing stuff. And the tunnel ends in another large door.
Yes, at this point we
So it's about 30 meters in length.
will leave the forest and
Yeah,
join the
move
rest
in.
of you.
Yeah. I'm coming down. And I hustle down.
The armory, is purely weaponry, or are there some more functional things
We'll have to go in
there?
for the...
What are you looking for specifically?
Like a ladder or a grappling gun?
There's no grappling gun.
Portal
There's some AK-47s, some pistols, there's some grenades, some ammo, rope.
Calm down, bud. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay,
There's a folding ladder, like with steel cables, so like all wrapped up in a
Right.
bundle.
Ah, yes, but
Yeah.
nothing to
but
get it over
no,
a bridge,
yeah.
4 meters high.
No,
Still sounds useful though. The words.
Sounds useful.
but it's behind a locked fence,
Oh, okay. But
It's locked. This is
but
fine.
manually locked with,
Manually,
with a key, old school.
didn't we have someone with a cutting torch?
We do.
I think we do,
You do?
but it will make a noise and
Well, it will make...
Do you need to stock up on anything?
Not really.
not really.
Me?
But it would be nice, yeah, well, that's metagaming. Like, it would be nice to be open when we come back and running away from stuff.
Actually, no,
maybe it would be
the
nice
other
to-
the other way around.
To
I
lock
am-
it up.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they
going
can't
to
get
weld
any
it
more.
closed.
Ooh, that's also much smarter in this
Okay,
situation.
so you do
Yeah.
that. You take your cutting torch and you weld
I just
the lock.
Close
shut
the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for power.
One.
Two
There's
ones.
2 ones.
2 ones. That's really sucks. That is a very
that
expensive.
took a lot
Oh
of
no, it's
power to weld that shut. Yeah.
That is.
It probably was
Really a real
reinforced
shame.
steel that took a lot of heat to melt. You do have an extra battery with you.
I do. I'm so glad I did.
So you move to the next door?
I'm assuming
there's more doors, right?
The other one is food storage.
There's one open and it's like a general storage area with food, towels, general supplies. No ladders.
So it's just one and one.
Yeah, and there's some more. They're closed.
And they're closed. Do they have windows? No.
They do not have windows. No.
I'll probably check them. Definitely check them. Maybe
They're not locked, so you can just open them up and actually they're just empty.
Empty.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we get any other signals from within the base of the?
No.
What's Isaac doing?
He's following you. He's actually moving to the next gate.
He's going up
Straight to the
ahead.
next main gate.
He's waiting.
Sounds like Isaac is after something.
Information.
It is his function to gather information. He just wants to move inside. But he's not going to do it without
So he's
support.
fully functional and anatomically correct?
He is.
That's a Star Trek joke.
Yeah, I was waiting for the continuation of.
He's actually pretty large for an android.
Wow. You have a nice big database. This is no USB-C, I see.
So you open the door up, or are you just going to wait in the
No, we
in the
kind of
tunnel?
take positions again to cover the.
This one you can just open up. There's a switch. You click it, you push the button, and
I push the button.
I'm at the front.
I'm at the back.
I keep an
I'm
overwatch
second.
position.
Well, behind you.
it opens up into a large open area. So it's actually more like a tunnel that crosses, but it's open. So 5 meters ahead is another door, and left and right it goes off like about 50 meters in each direction. On the opposite sides are metal staircases leading up to what looks to be gun emplacements, but you don't see any gun in them. But there's a staircase over there and there's a staircase over there leading up.
It's open to the air, or?
So yeah, you're actually outside again. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
so if you would walk over it, we would have.
It's kind of like a courtyard situation.
A little bit of courtyard situation, but it's
Okay.
straight concrete walls, 5 meters up.
Is there any movement?
There's no movement whatsoever.
It's fucking creepy that there's no
I kind of look over my shoulder to Pieter, like.
This is going far too smoothly.
Yeah, it's also there should be 50 civilians somewhere. We're already halfway in the
They
base.
would be in the base, I think.
But everything looks normal. No overturned stuff.
No scorch marks, no
Yeah.
bullet casings.
Maybe we should ask Pieter where the colonists are there, where they would be, while we need to progress to the base.
Is it normal that we haven't seen anyone?
Yeah.
He actually looks a bit pale when you ask that, and he's like, no, it's really quiet here.
Where are the scientists normally?
I would guess inside, and he points to the big large door. So
And is it far?
inside? There's a big hallway that goes around, and the labs are on the far side.
Let's stay frosty and move forward.
You stick behind me.
If you ever need a password, it's probably sorry, because it's Canadian.
Sorry.
Désolé.
It's just we didn't.
Okay, so yes.
So we open up that next. Is that another one of those big ass doors?
It's a big ass door, yeah. Yeah.
I cut
Okay.
Leon off and say, I think we should open the next door.
I'll try and lift.
No, Leon. I think we
So
need to.
you move in front of the little touchpad, like, and you pretend to be doing a lot of stuff in there, but actually
I just
it's
flip the switch again. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Amazing.
See that, Leon?
Did you just?
Hey, you go like, got it.
God.
And then
I
it
think
jams halfway.
I'm again taking position to the left or the right. Just.
Always hanging slightly back.
I'm getting a bit cocky and we just stand in the middle.
With your shield in front of you.
Yes, because I'm expecting
If
people. Huh?
if you're in the middle with your shield, I'm taking position right behind you,
Yeah.
right behind your shield, just shooting past you.
Yeah. through my arm.
I'll be off to one of the sides.
Okay.
I'm not cocky.
The tunnel continues a couple of meters on the inside and then branches off left and right and it arches. So it's probably like a circle.
Yeah.
In front of you, there's a normal sized door. It stands ajar and there's a big bundle of cables like taped together and it runs off in one direction. And from that door you can see dim light coming out and the sound of computer humming. Inside the base, all of the lights are out.
Lights up, people.
So what do you do?
Isaac, I think that's your playground.
Okay, he moves to the
Whoa,
door.
whoa, Isaac. Let's check the perimeters first, to the left and the right. But after
Yeah.
that, it's
I'm following him, but
yeah.
The cables, they run in the circular hallway or just...
Yeah, they go off to the left and they disappear
In the left corridor.
Yeah.
in the left corner.
Is there a light switch?
No.
Okay.
I'm checking the door
There's
where
no
the
light
cable's
switch in
coming
the
from.
hallway. That's why you can see
Yeah.
the dim light coming out of it.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm kind of opening the door with the
So we
butt of
have
my
our
gun.
lights on now. We
Yeah.
can look around if there's anything.
You open the door up and there's a couple of computer racks standing there, 2 meter tall, a lot of equipment in them, humming, cables running out of them.
mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. It's a server farm. Right in front of you is a central access terminal. There's a keyboard and a screen that you can use if you want to.
Is there somewhere for people to hide in here? If so, I'm gonna go into the room and I'm gonna check it. If not,
Roll for observation, please.
nope. And that's a facehugger.
Good.
Whoa, I only have one stress, so I'm not gonna 3, so
It's
4.
It's fine.
We're fine. But I don't see
You
anything.
move in and you see that there are some corners behind the racks and stuff, but there's so much clutter and cables and
Yeah, I'm
Can't see
gonna
anything.
check it then. I'm gonna move in and
move
check
in?
it through.
you move and you pass the first rack with the access terminal, and in the corner of your eye you see something that looks human shaped, and you turn towards it and there's a woman there. She's dressed in civilian clothing, like a tight jumpsuit kind of deal. She stands completely still. She doesn't move. You see that there's a single cable that runs from her wrist to a nearby rack and is plugged in to the server there. She does not see you.
She's with her back to me, or
She's like
okay.
halfway.
But
she
in
doesn't
the
notice, she
same
doesn't move.
movement, I just step back again out of her view, and as soon as I have a bit of distance, I'm going into the comm like someone's present here. I think it's an android. I'm assuming that's the logical conclusion.
All right.
She's in civs. But
So Isaac walks in and
I follow him again because
Yeah,
you never
I'll
know.
join the room.
yes,
I'll join up.
definitely an android. Yes, she seems to be plugged into the server frame. Strange.
Is there
Your computer.
any way for me to use the terminal, access the
Yes.
terminal to find out what's going on?
Yeah,
to
you
get
can
some more
try to
information?
hack it.
Okay.
You will need a -2 modification. If you use that on the computer, it will.
Oh, it's
Success.
Two success.
There's one that's like a corner.
oh.
There's one in a.
in the corner, yes.
That's a success, I would say.
Yeah.
Three
It's a
success.
success. You sit down. You go like.
Pretty old system, right?
Hacker noises, Leon.
You get some sort of menu. It says security feeds, log, and data.
Security feeds, logs, and data.
Data.
Security feeds.
So what do you want to see?
To scope out the base, I would say security feed first. See what we're up
Okay.
against, where the colonists are, maybe.
You click on security feed and you have a little window popping up with a video in it. It's a live feed. You see a medical bay. There are 4 beds. As far as you can tell, 2 of them are occupied. You don't see any movement or any sign of, let's say, doctors. The feed switches. You see some kind of lab. There's large specimen jars. You see electronic microscopes. At first glance, there looks to be something in those jars, like a creature with a tail, but the resolution is too low to really make it out. The view switches again. The label for the camera says sleepers. There are rows of beds, each of them separated with a curtain. It seems like almost all of them are occupied. It's a wide view, and most of the people are hidden behind those curtains, so you can't see who's in the beds. Next view that switches seems to be malfunctioning. It's dark, it's just black, there's no feed coming in.
Is there a label?
There's no label. Then the few cameras that follow are all from around the rest of the base. You see empty hallways, empty bedrooms, there's a kitchen, there's a mess hall.
No people?
No people.
Except the one sleeping or in medbay.
2 in medbay, and then in the sleepers room, lots of occupied beds, or apparently.
Can we get like a blueprint or like a map or something of the base? Is it possible from...
There is a layout of the base. Yeah. You click on that?
I would assume that's under data, so that's what I click.
I'm still. I'm not looking at.
That's another button that's a little bit more on the right. It says blueprint or
green print. I'm
This
not
is what
looking
you see.
at the. I'm still looking at the the female
android?
person.
she hasn't moved yet.
Okay. Yeah, but because they're in the system, I'm just.
So we came in through here. Offices, what's this, sleepers?
Sleepers, that's where the people on the beds are.
Right.
I want to be where the people are.
That's presumably colonists, no?
Probably. Would ask this.
We should
android person.
save them, unsuspectingly.
Well, there's not going to be a lot of resistance.
Apparently not.
Stone.
But still, it's
Yo,
weird.
Pieter, is this the whole base?
Yeah, it's not that big.
Where is the other team of soldiers that was in here?
I don't know,
How many scientists were they? Do you have an idea?
like 5 or 6 of them.
Do you have any idea where everybody went, where your buddies are? I mean, if you have
No, I haven't
There's-
heard
Find out
from them in
your
3
line.
days.
Maybe I access the log to see what happened recently.
I think you should access
Can't
the
think of
log. I'm actually surprised you didn't think of that yourself.
You click on the first log you see, and there's a guy with spectacles looking into the camera, and he starts telling you about Project Murana. They started the project with the captured colonists, equipping them with neurovisors and placing them in some sort of stasis, monitoring them. He refers to hours of logs called dream logs, and he tells you, or the camera at least, that those dreams are mostly descriptions of monstrous things. The sleepers talk of black, writhing forms, metal teeth, and there is someone they call the Dreamer, sometimes referred to as Her Majesty. The scientists goes on to tell you that they have not yet reached the goal to control her, but it seems to be going well. Next log looks a bit more disheveled, sweat on his forehead. He's saying that they had to euthanize half of the prisoners.
God damn it.
All of the original patients have been euthanized after severe neural damage and in some cases brain death.
God damn it.
The other half of the prisoners have been separated into groups labeled reproduction. He says, like, if this doesn't work out, we'll have to look into trying to connect an artificial mind to the neural network.
Oh fuck.
They did.
Next log. We have connected the artificial mind to the network. There seems to be no neural decay, but still no progress of interpreting the dreams either. And then the last entry is an email by Dr. Balas, and it orders to terminate the project and evacuate all assets. This message, you notice, is dated 2 days ago. And that's where the logs end.
Ominous.
That
So-
can't be good, right?
I don't like
Damitam
this.
probably only arrived today, so it's
Pieter
possible.
has been out there for 3.
Yeah, and he didn't get called back.
And when was this email dated?
Was
The email
received
ordering
or was
the email
sent?
ordering the extraction was received 2 days ago.
Okay. Okay.
Someone read it, or are we the first to open it?
No, it was open, it was read.
Okay. So
Seems odd they would evacuate and just abandon their patrol.
Yeah, but it is also kind of weird to
You are the UPP.
exterminate just
So did they euthanize half the prisoners or
Yeah.
all the prisoners?
half the prison.
The original
Oh.
prisoners.
The original.
but
no.
maybe they
So they
didn't-
had 50 colonists, and
Maybe
they
they
put
didn't.
about half of them in their experiment.
Right, and
They
all
died.
died. Okay.
They had another half. They split them in 2 parts for 2 experiments. They are presumably also dead because they went a step further and hooked an artificial mind to the network.
Okay.
And that's where the logs
For
end.
some odd reason.
Even so, there's still a room full of sleepers.
And someone who's here that was here.
That's the artificial mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can ask them
Should we-
questions.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If she
Or we can
doesn't
just
get
go-
all
There's
defensive
also
on us.
in the blueprints a room labeled discarded.
That sounds bad.
That sounds like they put a lot of
It's
dead
right next to the kitchen.
people.
Oh my god, we're having stew again? Where did you get this meat?
Mystery meat.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti.
Let's go for spaghetti.
Don't eat the Soylent Green.
Yeah.
The sleepers room is to the left,
To the
Yeah,
right.
we
if
could
you
go
come out.
there.
the direction of the cables.
Yeah, I'd say we follow the cables and.
We're gonna leave the AI here. Well,
The AI, for all we
I'm
know,
not
hasn't
sure,
even seen us.
Good,
Isaac,
no, good.
but it's
Still
your
dying.
call. How bad could it be if she stays hooked up for half an hour longer?
We have no knowledge of why
Exactly.
she is hooked up and what
Exactly.
damage we could do by unplugging her.
Damn, these synths are bloody useless.
Can we somehow hack into her brain to see what is going on in there?
Looking at Stone.
Still.
That would be dangerous, but possible.
I'm up to the challenge, actually.
Maybe
I
we
can
should
do this. I think I have the skills to figure out what's going on
you
here.
don't have to jump on every.
No, Leon.
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 Calm down.
This is my area of expertise, okay? I
Yeah.
got this.
Getting out of pain is
got
not so
this.
much, right?
So you move to the person.
Yes, and a small bead of sweat rolls down the side
Yeah.
of my face.
Don't get yourself killed now.
Who
So,
else has interesting weapon?
I do.
You do? Okay, then I'm asking you to come stand with me, gun trailed at the android, should something go wrong and it attacks
Why are
us.
you so suspicious?
I load my RPG and aim it at her head.
I would like to,
I,
I would like to propose
It's a small
sniper
enclosed
rifle.
space.
yeah, we want minimal damage to the
Me?
racks.
To me
Yeah,
as well.
you're-
don't,
okay, yeah.
don't launch an RPG at me
Yeah,
while
well,
I'm doing my
You have
thing.
I have
Special
a
weapon.
sniper rifle, people. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to aim because you're in between racks and there's cables, and you can try, but it's not gonna be easy. You
Don't
will,
let
you
Leon
will have a
anywhere.
-2, unless you just don't care about damage.
I don't know. Maybe you should hold a knife to her
I can do that.
Yeah.
instead
Some
of,
sort of a-
a rocket launcher. Seems
Yeah.
like
So Isaac, what's the best way to disable an android?
remove the
To
head.
disable her,
Yeah, if necessary.
If she turns against us, or if she turns the
removing
system.
the head always helps.
Remove the
Good.
head or destroy the brain. Oh no.
I know where that is.
I think we do want to keep the brain.
That's where the information is stored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
You're good.
You move towards her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still
I put
studying
the combat knife
blueprint.
at her throat.
You
An
move
android.
towards her, and well, she has a port on her arm. There's already a cable in there, but the moment you touch her arm, her eyes flicker
They
open,
Hello.
and she raises her arms like, "Hello, what happened? Who are you? I surrender."
I asked
I'm
her.
too good at this.
In what language is she
English.
speaking to us?
English.
Do UPP androids look differently from?
No.
And
So we
She
can't-
she looks like a perfectly normal being, long brown hair.
I asked the android's designation.
I am called Mishka. I am the base android.
Okay, Mishka, what is your last memory? What can you tell us about what's going on? What's the last thing you can remember?
The last thing I remember is being hooked up to this server. The scientists needed someone with a stronger brain to control her.
Who is her? And what
Her
is
Majesty.
Her Majesty?
You guys have a queen now? You have like royalty? I thought you were
No,
a communist.
they have a bioweapon designated Majesty.
That's bad.
That's strange.
I look up from the blueprints in my corner of the room and I go like, is that why there's a room called Nest in this space?
This is where they keep Her Majesty.
Define Her Majesty.
Yeah.
She is a xenobiological entity.
It means alien.
Right.
She
Yes.
has been procured
That's
2 months ago. We have set this base to study her and control her.
Not
And was
very-
that working out for
not
you?
very successfully?
So far, we are still working on it.
What happened to your team?
I have no idea.
The base is completely empty.
Not really, but
Well.
there's...
Air quotes empty.
I have no recollection of the last 3 days.
That seems to happen a lot around here.
How convenient.
She was hooked up 3 days ago. What kind of dreams did they ask you to interpret?
They are most violent. They are black. They are moving. They are darkness. They are very alien.
So these are the dreams of the sleepers, of the colonists, or
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty?
This is Her Majesty.
Okay.
Is Her Majesty sleeping?
She is.
How were they planning to use her
I
exactly?
have no idea.
More importantly, how are they keeping her asleep?
She is in the nest, a specifically designed room pumped full of gas to keep her docile.
Very good. And does the gas need refueling by scientists every 2 days, or...
Every 3 days?
No, she has neural pathways hooked up to the server to keep her in her current dream state.
Okay, very good.
She's a bioweapon. In what way is she a bioweapon?
I think that the scientists wanted to control her, to use her on the enemy.
As this is like a big creature,
She
an
is-
animal.
She is very large indeed.
Now that you're no longer hooked into her dreams, is she still receiving those gases to keep her asleep?
Yes, they should still be operational. Yes.
I don't like how she should still be. Can we check this?
Yes, the labs will have all the control equipment.
Should she be
First-
on the security feed? Is there a camera feed of her nest room thing?
The labs, did we see the labs pass by, or was that the black?
la-
There's jars in there with.
Yeah,
And
George.
4
The
beds
lab
with
next to
2
the mess
occupied
hall.
beds.
There's 2 labs. Well, 2 rooms labeled lab.
Which one was black?
That room was not labeled.
Yeah, Stone. Is it, I'm not sure, but is it an idea you try and locate the local GPS signal again? Because I'm getting kind of worried.
PDTs.
Yeah, because you don't turn, that's not things you turn off, so they have to be somewhere, even if they're not worn.
Do they only work when the people that wear them are alive?
No,
No?
they always
No,
work.
there's a
They
way.
always work.
I do another
Because
scan.
you killed the other guys and took the chips.
I use the device to do another scan.
No,
Yeah.
I think you should do another scan.
Scan.
Dude!
You still scan
Yeah.
the 6 chips that you have in your possession.
There's no way
You scan a 7th one right next to you.
Mishka?
But when you look around, there's a lot more static on your screen than there was outside.
Yeah, because she didn't show up the first time you scanned.
Yeah.
So there is an interference here.
Yeah.
Also the range, maybe.
Maybe it's just like the rebar in the concrete.
You're also
If I move-
underground with
Yeah.
thick walls.
Yeah, man.
I want to ask Isaac what we should do because I feel like the mission parameters have kind of changed because handling a bioweapon was not originally
Well,
what
our
we
mission
expected.
was to find out what the UPP was doing here, so as much information as we can find out about this Project Morana would be useful information for the UCMC.
Yes, and then we blow it up before they
Well-
come back.
That is also an option.
Okay.
They're
Ooh, I can
probably
do that.
gonna want that little queen thing.
Well, I'm thinking the one unlabeled black thingy might be Nest. Because you would have a camera in there.
Let's follow the cables to the sleepers, check if they're still alive, and then move on to the nest.
I think the cables are going to the Nest.
That's
think-
also good for
Shouldn't
me.
we maybe to procure more information first, go to the lab, because I feel like that might be a location where there are more
Yeah,
records or
sure.
something.
I
To
think we
the
should
left,
just
and then the next room is the
get a
lab.
container, put that thing in there, bring it to the dropship, go back to Tabitha, take the medals, back to Glory,
I think
do our jobs.
the way it got described earlier, it's going to be too big to put in a container.
There's bound. They've had deliveries.
How big
I
is
just
the
want
We
to
can lock this thing up. It can't be
Kino
that
Mall?
big. It's an animal. I mean, how dangerous
Yeah.
can it be?
I have no idea about her size.
So you've
I have
never-
not seen her.
This is a career-making opportunity here.
I feel
Come
like
on,
we should-
all of you could all.
I feel like we should go to the labs
maybe not
first.
you.
I think we should see if we can still save the civilians.
Yes.
Isaac, what's the mission priority here?
So
Procure the
which way is the
information
lab?
or Save
Procure the
civilians?
information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isaac agrees with me, guys. I feel like we should go to the
Isaac
lab
is a
first.
robot. He's just here to record. He has no command.
Saving the colonists would be a really
I
big
agree.
bonus.
Absolutely.
But our mission objective is also to gather information. The more information we have, the more successful our mission.
And the safest way to do that is to
Absolutely.
check every room.
Okay.
That
So-
data thing on the screen. Did we?
When you click data, you have a number of files, and when you click on the files, it's just spreadsheets, numbers. There's no way,
stuff.
no real way to
Boring.
make sense of it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Boring.
just
Isaac downloads it.
endless. Yeah, Isaac downloads it, of course, because it's information, but it's endless hours of logs and numbers and.
So let's just take a left and walk around and see what we find.
Yeah. And
So-
I say we secure the area, so we go left and we check every door.
Yeah.
In a quiet corner, I'm going to check my book again, because I'm
This is no
getting
time for reading.
really bad vibes about this thing in the nest.
So, are you gonna take your time to read that book, or because that's your signature item,
No,
right?
it's not my
It's not your
signature
signature,
item.
right? Okay.
No. I have read it multiple times by now, since it's the information I got from my brother, but it didn't make sense the first time I read it. It starts to make sense a bit more, I think, now. But still, not really click.
We follow the cable, so we go.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. You hear a
Right.
skittering sound from a bit further on in the hallway, and
Oh, damn, they got rats.
Shine my light. Yeah.
you shine your light.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's a
I switched to
there's
to
something sitting in the middle of the hallway. It looks like a big fleshy spider, but it has a tail behind it, and it just moves a little bit up and down on its leg, like it's trying to assess what it's gonna do.
I'm taking aim, but I'm holding fire because it's not doing anything, and I'm kind of
shooting
looking at the
this
science
point,
guys.
It's a strange
Not
rat.
doing anything.
I think I'm gonna shoot it.
Can we shove Pieter in its channel?
No, because
Yeah, we can ask him if he's seen it before.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
We could, yo, Pieter, brother, wait.
It doesn't look friendly. Doesn't belong here. Something about a queen. I'm
There's a
shooting.
guy with cards here.
You wanna shove Pieter?
No. We want to.
That's what I was hearing.
We want to ask whether he's seen something like this before.
Whether we recognize.
Pieter, what the fuck
this
is that?
strange hairless rat thing.
He's at this point he's just white. And he goes like, muttering in Russian to himself, like.
So I'm firing my RPG.
Who's got 3 ton?
Did we open fire, or do you think that's a threat, that thing?
Well,
Or do we just.
I am opening fire.
It's a big spider. I'm just gonna squash it.
Yeah.
But it's not moving. It's
I'm-
just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah, but
kinda
it-
like-
it's-
Could be in a
It
danger.
was-
Bobbing a little bit up and down.
I don't
I'm
care.
assuming
The tail is.
Shouldn't we
going
try
like
to
this.
capture it and take it back? I mean,
If it's still
some-
the
alive,
grass is gonna want to see it, but.
something killed everyone here. So I'm assuming you guys saw things
Killed.
looking like that in the lab.
yeah.
Lab.
So I'm assuming it's safer to get one of the containers.
Smart.
Right. Make him count.
Just gonna use my pulse rifle. One success.
Two
Two
successes.
successes.
Two successes.
Pulse rifle?
Pulse rifle. That's 3 damage.
3 damage. Armor piercing.
You fire and it just splats. You see like the finger legs flying in all directions, and what's left of the main body starts to sizzle into the ground.
Yeah,
Holy
that's not normal. Right? Animals don't do
See
this.
some crazy shit.
I want to force Pieter to touch the residue.
No! What? Seriously?
Why?
He's struggling. He's like, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, then I want to use some sort of
I am
tool
moving into...
to touch the residue.
Okay. What tool are you using?
I use
extra
the
knife?
extra knife that Lynn is handing me right
you
now. I take the
put
knife
it in there.
and I
You pick it
prod.
up, and you see that it starts to corrode away.
Yeah.
It eats into the metal, and
Holy.
after a while it stops, but the knife is just completely useless.
Okay.
It's almost halfway
So
gone.
wasted a perfectly good knife.
Exactly.
But now we know.
Nobody touched
Well,
the flesh.
we
So
could
the
have
fact
guessed from the
yeah.
hole in the floor.
But, you know,
What material is
need,
the floor? Concrete or?
It's concrete, yeah. I need an observation roll from somebody on the back who's behind.
I'm totally at the back. So I'm gonna roll.
Yes.
Observation.
Yes.
Success.
You notice that Mishka starts to lag behind. And Isaac 7 notices you looking at her and walks over to her. When he reaches her, two people dressed in white robes jump from one of the closed doors and grab him. They stagger a bit. They look like sleepwalkers, and they have a neurovisor on their head, on the bridge of their nose, and it's connected to a blinking box on the side of their head. Mishka grabs a grenade from a pocket from one of them and throws it towards you. It lands a couple of meters from you and lifts itself off the ground.
Life grenade or?
Next thing you know, an electroshock goes off, enough to freeze a person's nervous systems. You all make a stamina roll, -2.
Fuck.
we were moving through the hallway, checking doors, and then probably
We just passed the door.
Yeah, you passed them there from one of the doors. 2 successes?
2 successes.
Okay, you stagger a bit and you're like, oh, what's going on?
Okay, but I'm all the way in the back. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 dice then. So let's see how this goes.
2 successes. Go on, you can do it.
Ooh, I have a success.
Same thing for you. You get knocked off your feet, but you're fine.
Okay, so I have 0 stamina. I don't let Leon know this. 4 strength, but -2.
Snake eyes.
You want to push that?
Yeah, sure. I wanna push that.
push it. Push it real good.
Snake eyes. And a 6.
So same thing. You get
At a strength.
knocked backwards. You maybe hit a wall, but you're fine. Like you have to shake it off a little bit.
So we seize up for a.
Yeah, you really get an electric jolt through your body. Like
Little chances of success here.
We have faith in you.
you want to push that?
Push it. You're closest.
Yeah, why not?
You're closest
I'm
to them.
closest to them, so.
Oh,
dear.
Is that a success?
Yeah,
No,
no, that's
no,
not
no,
a
no.
success, and that's a panic.
Panic.
So it's 3 total.
That's fine, but no success.
Nope.
The electricity crackles through your legs all the way up your torso. Your fingertips begin to tingle, and for a moment, it blacks before your eyes, and you fall, and you are stunned for 1 round. Okay.
One
last
round.
round.
That's
2 successes.
2 successes.
Round is like really short. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 successes. You're a big guy.
Yeah.
Like tingles your toes a bit, but
And I'm also in the front.
exactly. So
See, Leon, it doesn't phase
But-
either of us.
when you've all shaken it off and you look towards Mishka, where Mishka was. She's gone. Isaac is gone.
No.
Isaac too.
The two guys are gone. So, that's it for this week on Perchance To Dream. If you want to know what happens next, well, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, or just keep an eye out on the page. Thank you for watching and see you next week.